If you had a chance to try these last three reactions, here are the answers. I hope you got them right. Butane gas burns in the presence of oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water vapor. To get the formula of butane, your best option is probably drawing the structure first. But is the organic prefix for 4 carbons that have 4 carbons. Ane means they are single bonded, and then carbon needs an octet. So we go around and fill them up, give them an octet by adding hydrogens. Then I'll just count the carbon and the hydrogen and get the formula. So it was kind of nice that we had a chance to do a little organic earlier. 4 carbons and 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 hydrogen. Now, the first time I balanced this, my gut was to put a 4 here by carbon dioxide. I thought, okay, this is so easy. Like originally I thought, let's put a 4 here. And then I thought, let's put a 5. By water, 5 times 2 would give me the 10 hydrogen. But then I ran into an issue with the oxygen. On the reactant side, I'm only going to have even numbers of oxygen. But on the product side, that 5 waters will give me an odd number of oxygen. I had 5 oxygen from the water and 8 oxygen from the carbon dioxide. I'm never going to be able to balance an odd number of oxygen on my reactant side. So when in doubt, try doubling the oddball. And that worked. So instead of 5, I made it 10. Which then I had to rebalance a few things. That gave me 20 hydrogen. So I had to put the 2 out in front of the butane. That gave me 8 carbon. But then it's a big number. I had 8 times 2 is 16 and another 10. 26 oxygen. But I can balance 26 oxygen on the reactant side. So if that ever happens, you get one side that's even, one side that's odd. Try doubling the oddball. You know you're only going to work with even numbers. Number 9, some antimony 3 chloride is formed, that's my product, from the reaction of solid antimony and chlorine gas. We don't have any antimony in the lab, but if we did, it would be a solid, and it is not diatomic. Chlorine gas is, and they do kind of hint that the antimony 3 chloride is a solid. This one should be a piece of cake. Just make sure that you watch those charges on the antimony 3 chloride. Same thing then with number 10. Lots of ionic formulas, which is why we kind of mentioned that writing the ionic formulas could potentially be the most important topic of all first semester. You'll use that throughout the entire year. If you can't write the ionic formula, you're going to have a hard time balancing these equations. So be a freak about the charge, write the charges on paper, have your periodic table handy, have that polyatomic list nearby so you can look up those guys, their formulas and charges. If you get these formulas written correctly, I promise the balancing will be a piece of cake. When solutions of copper 2 nitrate and hydrogen phosphate are combined, so they're both solutions, both aqueous. My copper is +2, my nitrate -1. I must use parentheses around my nitrate. Hydrogen phosphate +1 -3. We'll need 3 hydrogen. A precipitate of copper 2 phosphate is formed. Precipitate meaning the copper phosphate is a solid, along with a solution of hydrogen nitrate. Now the nice thing here is that if you looked up the charges, or you looked up the polyatomic formulas, they're present on both reactant and product sides. So the formulas are the same, the charges are the same. So again, when I notice that I have a lot of ionic formulas, I do like writing the charge on paper. The copper is still +2, the phosphate is still PO4 -3. I must use parentheses around my phosphate. hydrogen and nitrate, +1, -1. I need 3 copper on both sides. That gives me 6 nitrate groups. So I can get you 6 nitrate groups. I got to go all the way out in front here. But I can get you 6 groups of nitrate. That gives me 6 hydrogen. So 2 times 3 is 6. And what do you know? 2 groups of phosphate, 2 groups of phosphate. There are my 6 copper, 3 copper, hello, and 6 nitrates. These are meant to balance. I promise they'll balance. If it is taking you more than 1 minute, 60 seconds to balance an equation, it's got to be one of your formulas, either a charge or a subscript.